Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. The way I like to do my readings is through my angel card deck. I find I have a deep connection with these cards and their messages really resonate with me. And also I use a life purpose deck. The life purpose deck cards are dedicated to your calling, what you came here to do. And as our life purpose is a journey that lasts our lifetime, I find these cards are very important little reminders for us on how we are serving that purpose. In my spread, I use 3 angel cards and they will take us throughout the week. And I also use the bottom card of the angel deck as I find this card really hits the message home in the reading. I take 1 card from the life purpose deck. This card's message is what your life purpose needs from you for this week in order to serve it and manifest it. I also use the bottom card of the life purpose deck too as it solidifies the message. And just a reminder that this is a general reading, so it could mean anything to you. Whatever resonates with you personally is the message you need to hear this week. With that said, welcome to this week's reading. Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So this reading is from July 23rd to July 29th. And okay, I just have to say this straight away. The 3 cards we had last week, 9 of water, life experience, and 6 of air, I had these exact 3 cards last week and I pulled them from the deck today. So that was a bit crazy. I was just like, oh my god, this is actually really nuts. And the bottom card, 5 of earth, we had this 2 weeks ago too. So there's still, with just that, just straight off the bat, that means we're just in this same energy. And it's not just to do with it's the same message. It means the energy surrounding us at the moment is still this energy. We're still working through this energy and moving to the new. So that's why we've got the same cards here, just to explain that. And dropped card, which is the dreamer, which is the number 0, which really makes a lot of sense when you come to this as well with what's the message in this reading for this week. And the life purpose card this week is you're on the right path, which is just, and we had the trust card last week too, life purpose. So it's really trusting them, but trusting yourself. And the bottom card is speaker. So now to get into this again. So 9 of water, this is just, there's, wishes fulfilled. It's just, there's something in your life that you're congratulating yourself for, something you've been working towards a lot has manifested. And it could either be in your external circumstances or it could be within. I'm feeling at the moment still, since we're going with this same energy again, I think it's to do within. As when we've got the life experience card here, it is a wake-up call in your life. There is either a situation being procrastinating now that you're now leaving, or there's just a realization, but I feel like it's a lot to do with our perception and our outlook, as the 6 of air talks about this too. And it's saying that with this card, 6 of air, with your, things are starting to change. You're exiting a difficult situation or something in your mind, and it's changed your outlook, which is what the life experience card is talking about here. There's been a change in your perception, the way you see things, as it's amazing how you see things really determines the choices you make and the life you currently live. And I've just actually had a quote about that too on my Instagram page today, which is about choices, as there's been someone in my life that I've been seeing, and the choices they've made have determined the circumstances they are now in, and they started small. They started very, very small choices that had a domino effect and had massive impact later on. And I feel like this has a lot to do with choices too, because I did a little bit of listening before I went into this, because I'm like, okay, this is important because we've got the exact same 3 cards again, which is really weird. I was so tempted to reshuffle the deck. I'm like, no, I'm going to trust them, which is, a lot to do with this card. You're on the right path, trust them, trust what you're doing. And I feel like whatever we've kicked off here is definitely within our mind. And I think it's a lot to do with the choices we are now making, which is why we have manifested. As the choices you make and the way you think, especially, because even the way you think is a choice. Do you choose to think negative or do you choose to think positive? Do you choose to widen your perspective or do you choose to have blinders onto life? So that really links in with the law of attraction, the way you want to think. And that's what this card even talks about here too, which is linked with this one, which is 5 of earth, which is fears, a lot of fears surrounding money, but it's all to do with your head. And that's where a little message from them too. The way you're thinking about money determines whether you get money. Because if you're constantly thinking, oh, there's just bills all the time, bills, 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 people are just taking, and taking all my money, and they're going to keep on taking it. So what do you manifest? People taking your money. So with this here, with the fear surrounding money, I think it's to do with the fact that you may even have gotten a little bit of a lump sum with here. Maybe that was a wishes fulfilled. You know, wish for money, you wish for abundance, and you got a bit of money. And now you're worried about losing it, which is actually the message was last week too, is when you have something manifest in your life that's your dream, your goal, what you want to do, first thing you do is you fear of losing it. And that's one thing that they promised you with last week's card, Infinite Abundance. Trust that there is plenty of abundance out there for you, and they're not going to take it from you. The only way you get something taken from you is if you forget to be grateful, appreciative of what you have. It's to do with your outlook, how you see life as well, determines whether or not you get to keep that and whether or not you're helping others and producing content. So what I mean by that with producing content, because what a lot of, not a lot of people, just actually maybe a little bit, but with the, lack perception, a lot of people like that take, and they keep taking from around them, and it's just like, water running through your fingers trying to hold water. It slips away. Whereas if you're producing content, you're using your talents, you're using your mind, your heart, your soul, you're in alignment, and you're serving others, but you're also producing content. Because when you're serving other people and you're helping other people, you're in a sense in service in that way, and you're changing the world with that. Even if it's your little small world, you're still changing and you're still giving back. If you forget to give back, you get it taken from you. So that could even, that's what I'm just saying with this fear of money here. If you're treating your life like that and you're not just taking from everything around you, don't worry about losing it, because you're helping others. And it's really not forgetting where you've come from. That could even be the wake up call for you as well. It's just don't forget where you come from with it. And it's because when you have success, you either take it like, because what a lot of people do with success is just, how do I say this? Success only amplifies what you have. So the way you've come to your success, however the road you've taken there, if you've taken steps that are in line with your heart and soul, with what you want to do, and you're giving back, your success will last a lifetime. Whereas if you've stepped on people's toes, you've taken from people to get where you are, and it's been a bit of a short road, because when you do it that way, it can be a short way to success, but it's like 5 minutes of fame. It's not going to last because you've built it on shaky ground, and it's not going to last. So that's just a little message there for you. However you're building yourself right now, if you're building it in false, which means you're not in line with yourself and you've got a false persona on, you have a mask on, and you're being this person you think people want you to be, or you're being the person you think you need to be for this, it's not going to last, because you're either not in the field you're supposed to be in because you're pretending to be someone else, or you're still dealing with some inner work and you haven't worked on yourself and you haven't gotten to know yourself. Then whatever you've built is not going to last because you haven't done it in line with yourself. Because essentially, as strong as you are is as strong as your project is. So that's just I think it's just a little bit of advice with however you're building yourself right now. If you're feeling a little bit shaky or you're feeling a little bit in fear, with what you've built, have you been you? That's just a bit of a message here, as you are literally right at the beginning. You're the dreamer, and you are entering a new, exciting, such a big phase of your life, and you just, you're jumping around, things are succeeding, it's all of that's happening for you, but there's been a wake-up call in there for you too. So what I've said may be the message for you, but whatever it is, it's been significant, and this is almost like the page card. When this happens, when you have this kind of wake-up call, which I really think is to do with your choices and your perception, how you're seeing things right now, it changes you forever. You are not the same after that. So whatever this wake-up call has been for you, because this is the same energy of last week. So whatever we're going through right now is massive, because it's the same energy still around. I got 3 cards that I had last week, and number 3 is the number of manifestation. So there's been a big, massive thing that's happening around us right now, and the energy is still the same. And they're just reminding you here that this is a big thing you're working through, but you're on a new exciting path. Like, this next thing that you're going into is just, it's amazing. But don't let old fears hold you back, or old thoughts, how you were thinking back then, whatever it was, and you realized it hasn't been serving you, and you may have kicked back a little bit, you may have just had a little bit of a stumble in what you're doing right now. Because once we see a little bit of success, we worry, because we're just like, oh my god, I'm being successful, people are starting to know me, what if I fail, what if this doesn't work, what do I do then, people know me. No, don't let that happen, because the thing is, the law of attraction, if you're starting to think in fear, you start to feel anxiety, your energy is not balanced anymore, and then whatever you're producing out there is going to be unbalanced. So the way to explain is, however balanced you are within yourself is how balanced your external world is, as your external world is a reflection of your inner world. So if there's a bit of chaos in your outer world right now, it's because there's chaos within, and until you sort that out, it'll continue to be chaos out there. But they really are telling you, like, with whatever you're going through, because it might be a bit of a harder period, because I know I've been going through this. If you've been watching my diary logs, I've been going through a bit of a tough period, and I'm on the outer end of it right now. But I was on the right path, and it's the same thing with you guys too. You are on the right path, but there's just been something we've had to learn, because I had to learn something in that, because I always look at that, because even though when you're in, it's very hard to see it when you're in ego, as I was myself, in a bit of ego. But once you widen your perspective, you slow down and, maybe get some sleep. I had to get some sleep. Maybe you're not sleeping. But it is, even when you go through periods like that, it doesn't mean like, oh my God, I'm on the wrong path. It means there's something you have to learn. There's a lesson in there for you. Whatever we've learned here has been a big, big lesson. I can feel it's just been a massive lesson, as it was for me. But you are on the right path, and trust. So now's the time for action, for steps, but steps that are in line with yourself. Don't go the easy way, the easy way to success. As we all know that there is an easy way there, and you can step on people, you can be a massive liar and all that kind of stuff to, get there, talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk, is, a little old saying. Keep it in line with yourself. Even if it takes a little longer, what you build is going to last, and it's going to be remembered, not just by you, by others around you, and you have the ability to change your world. It doesn't mean the whole scope of the global world. Maybe it is for you. Maybe your project will touch the entire world and everyone will know who you are. But maybe it'll just change the world that's around you. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. Whatever change or impact you make is what you were meant to do in this lifetime, and it's what your soul came here to do. No matter how big or small, it's still significant, is what I'm trying to say. It is significant. And it's just like this powerful revelation. I don't know, like, I hope it's just whatever I've said for you, but it's whatever this revelation is, it's led to a massive change in your thinking and I feel like it's your perception. I feel like whatever it is, it's a change in your outlook, how you're looking at things now. And it's helped manifest whatever it is that, is exciting you at the moment, whatever that, piece of news is, or that new person that comes into your life, or the opportunity that has come to you, whatever it is for you, it's led to this. But this has been instigated by this. Whatever this revelation has been for you, it's been instigated by whatever you've learned, whatever the wake-up call is for you, and now you're on this big step. This is not a small step, what we're taking here. This is a big step that we're taking. It's not just like a small, like, little blip. It's just like, oh, massive, everything's changing now. So whatever it is for you, it's big. And what they're saying here is, with the speaker card, literally means you use your voice in your career, whatever you want to do, you use your voice. It could be singing, could be speaking, you're a motivational speaker or something like that. Whatever it is, you're using your voice. I think for this is whatever has changed with you, you're starting to use your voice now, and it's starting to make that change, or you have actually been using your voice and it's led to this wake-up call, because now you're speaking your truth, and now you maybe have realized there's a part of you that wasn't true, or there's a part in your external world that didn't sit with you, and it's just like, oh, that's not right for me anymore. I have to change that, because the way I'm speaking isn't reflecting the life I'm living. So what you speak needs to reflect around here. But it's really, I feel like it's a lot to do with with our outlook, what we're what we're doing right now with this. It needs our voice for it to actually not just like manifest, but to change. It's changing you. Your voice is changing you. What you're speaking is changing you. And you're speaking your thoughts as well. It's just, yeah, big, massive. Oh, sorry, there's just a lot of energy at the moment. There's a lot of change, big changes. But whatever it is, it's your voice. Start to use your voice, or you have been using your voice, but whatever it is, just continue to use it. As I've said in other readings, voice is vibrations. So whatever you speak out is energy, because vibrations are energy and they come back to you. So it's going to make your inner world reflect your outer world, if that makes sense. But yeah, really you're on the right path. What you're doing right now, it's just remember that. I know it's really hard when you're going through those tough moments, those tough learning lessons. It just feels like, oh, the world's being so mean to me right now. But you're on the right path, because that lesson needed to happen for you to step into this. So this energy is still around. I just can't believe I got the exact same cards as last week. This is crazy. But this energy is just really prevalent right now. So whatever we're learning it's been a big lesson. So if you've been having a bit of a tough time, it's not because you're on the wrong path. It's because you need to learn a lesson in order to manifest more. Because you have manifested something has come your way. But whatever this is happening now is really kicking you off into where you're meant to go. But really, you're on the right path. So I hope this reading has helped you guys. And if you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel, share them around so other people can see them too. But I'm absolutely loving the support so far. So thank you so much for supporting me on my journey. And I'll see you next week.